Hey everyone, it's Pete, and today I've got a 1 credit clear on Silent Dragon, and I'm just going to go ahead and start up the playback here. But this was recorded last week on Wednesday at Galloping Ghost Arcade, and I kind of wanted to give my thoughts on it while I'm playing, and kind of explain the really sharp difficulty spike near the end of the game, which you'll see is something else. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. So I picked Sunny. Basically, for 1 credit clear purposes, I'm playing this as safely as possible. There's only two characters that are really viable for 1 credit clear that, at least in my opinion, it's going to be Sunny and the ninja Kato, or Kato, however you say his name. They are functionally the same. I think, and I can't prove this, but it feels like Sunny's special, button 3 plus any direction, is got slightly more range, but it could just be in my head. I don't know. Anyway, I feel more confident using Sunny, and I think he's a little bit better for the stage 4 sub-boss, so I'll show you what I mean when I get there. Right now I'm just in level 1, taking out the easy guys with the special while I'm powered up. You'll see his shade turns back to white when he loses the power-up, but that power-up basically grants you unlimited special. So this is a 3-button game if you're unfamiliar with Silent Dragon. There's a punch and then jump, and then there's the special attack. The special attack, I wouldn't think of it's basically that move there. You want to hold any direction. It doesn't have to be a cardinal direction. It can be like down, left and down, or right and down, or up and right, or up and left, and then you press the special button 3. And he'll do that spinning knuckle, and what's really nice about it is it does a lot of damage. It does probably as much as a punch combo, that combo right there. And it also lets you reposition yourself, on whatever plane you want to go, so you can end up hitting multiple enemies. And you'll notice it takes off a little bit of health. You'll see this trick here to get an item. I scrolled it off the screen, but if you kind of like slide at it, which is down and attack, you can kind of suck it in. The pizza there I kind of pulled in by a mystical force. Anyway, we're coming up to the first level boss, and there's a refight for this boss, which is part of the big challenge at the end. So this is kind of practice for the end. So in this case, he's pretty easy. He's got a good amount of health, though, which he also has later. If you end up knocking this guy in the air, it means you're hitting him too early. He's got like a very long landing animation. Whoop, he did the Psycho Crusher on me. He's got a very long landing animation. So after he does his jump, you have to wait basically like, I would say half a second, maybe even more, before you can attack him, or else he'll fly up off the ground as if you hit him while he's airborne. And that will also come into play in the last level. I'm just finishing with the special and then grab the food. So the game does recover you some health at the end of each stage. It's about 30%. As long as you have, 75% or so of your health, you'll be good to go on the next level with full health. Now I'm going to be playing with just the goal of 1 credit clear. This is going to be as safely done as possible. So you're going to see some strats that are necessarily they're not the most optimal, but they might take more time, but they're going to be safest. There's definitely some good runs out there where there's a time attack done, and I will link one of the ones that I used for reference. It was a Japanese player. He did a 1 credit clear at an event. It's RTA in Japan, I believe. The player is Yakata7, and I will link his channel and the video that I saw of his at the event. So there's it's a good reference to see what can be done under optimal conditions, and also for speed strats. So one thing, if you're playing for score in this game, you want to make sure not to kill any enemies with the fire that comes from the explosion, like that right there. If that happens to kill an enemy, you don't get the points for it. So just keep that in mind if you're playing for score. It's one of the first opponents that can block. I think he also has a flying elbow attack like you have. That attack right there. That is one of the attacks we'll be abusing because it's very, very safe. Not many opponents in this game can actually block, and since they can't block and that attacks basically almost half a screen range, we're going to be using that a lot. But I kind of started learning this game. There's a couple local players, and I want to give them a shout out to Jeff and to Brian. We kind of all decided to start playing this game at the same time, and we're all pretty well versed in the game up until the last part, which is where it gets challenging, and that's where it took a lot of extra practice to kind of get that down. And I'm sure they'll get it if they keep going at it. They were neck and neck with me earlier. So you're seeing me start to do it. I'm kind of getting in the habit of basically holding up when I'm doing the 3-punch combo. At this point in the game, you don't have to do that. Your punch combo is fast enough where it will not be interrupted. But once you get to stage 4, and I'll kind of show you what I mean when we get there, the opponents can interrupt your combo with a lot of regularity. So your combo is basically slowed down when you get to stage 4. And I'm just kind of in the habit now of shifting my character slightly up as I punch combo them. And that's why you see me move slightly up while I'm punching. If you don't want to fight the sumo guy at the same time, don't scroll too far. Here you go. I just brought him on the screen here. This isn't a very hard part of the game. So I don't even know if 1 credit clear is possible using the non-power characters. Sunny and Kato are considered the power characters, and there's Joe and the Kung Fu fighter. I forgot his name. I should know that. But they don't do enough damage, and their combos are longer, so they have more chance of being interrupted in the last stage. And I apologize if there's any background noise coming in. My air conditioner's kind of on behind me here. It's pretty hot near Chicago where I'm at. So another video that I want to mention, there's 1 credit clear on the channel Juanman. It's Juanman, one word. And I'll link his run also in the not the comments, the description of the video, because it was also very good for reference when trying to learn this. He's got some really good safe strats, and he was using Kato, but like I said, it's pretty much the same as using Sunny. Alright, so here's the stage 2 boss. I'm going to pick up that power-up item, which is the unlimited special, or actually it's just a special that doesn't drain your health. And also does a good amount of damage, at least as much as a punch combo. For being a stage 2 boss, this guy's actually kind of hard. If he interrupts your combo, he can do a three kick combo that does like 30. Yeah, that thing right there, if I wasn't airborne, would have done like 35% of my health. It's a lot of damage he can do. That's why you see me kind of shifting upward while I'm punching. And that'll finish out stage 2. Stage 3 is very short. We're going to be on top of the truck we just jumped on here. Or in the truck and then on top of it, I guess.
No idea.
So point of... just be aware that once you open that box, your food item will disappear if you scroll it off the screen by a little bit. So I recommend just
actually, it's behind me
staying really close to it while you're fighting in the stage.
It's asterisk. I'm sorry. Asterisk.
If it happens to break open. Some slowdown there on the explosion. Alright, boss will be coming up here in a second. Oh, one more, one or two more fighters before the boss. So this boss, we're basically going to abuse the special again. The direction plus special, not the neutral special. The neutral button press with just using special is just a kick that kicks left, kicks right. And it's got its uses, but this is infinitely more useful because it lets you change what plane you're on. And it's going to also do the knockdown that the other one does, and does really good damage as well. Pick up that chicken or whatever that health was and finish him off with another special or two, and we should be good. Okay, so stage 3 is cleared. Now stage 4 is kind of where the game really begins, because your punch combo is noticeably slowed down. I am not pressing the button any slower, but my combo is
Firebomb.
going to be interruptible by most enemies. And you'll see me do punch punch and then hold up and press punch, or just hold up the whole time. So I will dodge, hopefully, the incoming punch. But sometimes it's not even enough. Sometimes they'll hit you anyway. See, right there, you hit me, and I gotta watch out. Right now, I can kind of take some chances because this monkey is lobbing fire bombs, but he's also going to give 3 apples, so I'll have some health. Got to slide there by accident. The command for that is just hold down and then press attack. You get it sometimes when you don't want, though.
Oh, the dog bit me.
The dog also bit me there. I don't know the exact number of frames it slowed down. I think Yakata mentioned it in one of his videos, where the Yakata 7, he's the RTA player from Japan. He's got some good information on how much it slows down your combo. But yeah, stage 4 and stage 5, they kind of nerf you, which is not fun.
There she goes.
Pick up that last apple and get out of there. Oh, one thing you're seeing me do here is a little... I have just the score player in me is kind of trying to get as much score as possible. I could knock that red guy off the bridge, but you don't get score if you knock him off the bridge. He's worth 10,000 points, so I'm just assigned to beat him normally. Yeah, any death's not done by you. So if you knock them into their death or dynamite them, then you get no points. For the kill, I should say. Some habits are hard to break. I'm always looking to maximize my score, but in this run I really wanted the 1 credit clear, the 1 coin clear, whatever you want to call it. 1 CC. Using the dynamite right away won't kill any of these opponents, but it will soften them up. So you won't have to do as much damage yourself. He was about to do that leaping elbow on me, that guy with the red shirt there. So if I was playing for trying to beat this game quickly, I'd scroll the screen on and scroll these guys all on at the same time. But like I said, I'm going for as safest strat possible. Now, another very important thing you want to do here is the guy, the shorter guy that is in that 3-person pile. You want him to be defeated at the far right corner of the screen, the far right side of the screen when he dies. So that power-up item drops near the boss, or the sub-boss, I should say. So make sure he's all the way to the right when you defeat him. This next section, there's a bunch of barrels, and I'm going to break this one and have the guy walk into him. Hopefully you both walk into him. No. So there's a couple more guys coming out, but if I wanted to fight the boss with these guys, you could keep walking to the right and the sub-boss would come out. I'm going to play it safe and just beat these guys before the sub-boss is triggered. Be one more guy on the left, I believe. There we go. So the nice thing is there's a food drop right here. And we're going to need it because we're going to need our special attack to do some hits on the boss when he comes out. Alright, so I'm going to pick up this power-up item and walk the boss on the screen. So I hit him right away, and then I'm going to try to hit him while he's rolled up in a ball, because then you get multi-hits. There we go. See, I hit him like 4 or 5 times there. And his power is basically drained. I just have to hit him not in the air, because there he goes. He's dead. Now, I haven't been able to do that as Kato, which is why I like to use Sunny. I haven't been able to get that multi-hit effect with the special. So that's why one of the reasons I'm preferring Sunny when I play this. There is food coming up, but I'm also playing it safe because there's basically a double boss coming up. There's like a sub-boss, then like a true end-level boss. I'm going to use the safe strat, safe but slow, on this winged boss here.
You ready?
Basically, I'm just going to jab him and then change planes and then jab him again. Since I do have full health, I could just beat him with the special. It takes, I want to say, 8 hits with the special to kill him. But right now, I'm just kind of playing for as much safety as I can. Oop, got me there.
Damn it.
I think he'll get me once or twice. And I apologize for this not very exciting to watch me plane shift and jab, plane shift and jab. If you get him in the corner, you can get an elbow on him, which will sometimes hit him twice, so you can get him in the corner, try to elbow him. It's just jump and attack for that jumping attack, jump elbow. Basically, you don't want to be in the same plane as him long enough for him to reach you with his far-reaching that thing right there, whatever you want to call it. He does like a fireball looking thing without shooting a fireball at you. Gathering his chi, I guess. Alright, he's almost dead here. Alright, we got one health item. And there's another one coming up. There's, I think, a pizza in this one. So this is the level boss. I'm going to also play it safe on him. And this is a strategy that I saw from Juanman. Basically using the flying elbow and then using the special to move away while he leaps at you on get up. Because he will, most of the time, leap at you as he gets up. And that, if he does, the invincible frames of your special will keep you safe. And as long as you don't touch the boss with the special, you won't drain any of your health. So it's pretty nice strat. It's safe. I see some people use the sword on this boss, which also works pretty well. You just have to mash really fast if you're not playing with the auto. Alright, he's got just a little bit of health left. You want to make sure that you have full health when you finish, or when you start the last stage, so be sure to have at least 75 or 70% of your health, so you are starting with a full tank of gas here, so you're going to need it. This is the start of the final level of the game, and the next screen is where the big challenge lies. So I learned a funny looking, it's kind of a visual glitch, where you basically position yourself in front of that gun, and as the screen scrolls to the next section, you walk in front instead of into the cave. That was in the Yakata speedrun video, or RTA video. So this I'm going to try to group them all together with the jumping elbow attack, and keep them all in one place to get rid of them quickly. All three of these opponents get up at slightly different speeds, but close enough where you can kind of keep it going. Okay, so this is boss 1 refight. And he's a little more aggressive, but he has a lot of health. And you'll notice my shifting upward, he's kind of shifting upward with me. And the reason I'm doing that is he's got an attack that's kind of like a projectile at the same time, but if you don't shift upward while attacking, it will hit you. And that attack is also going to slow you down, but also drains your health, and you need all your health to use special later in the level. I recommend not dragging him all the way up to the top of the stage, because if you're at the top, you're not going to be able to do the dodge unless you're holding down. If you're pressing down an attack, sometimes you get a slide, which is always why I want to use the up with attack. So this is an interesting thing. You can instantly kill opponents by having them fly out of the aircraft or whatever you're in, this airlock. And the boss won't fall out, but all of his minions will. As long as they get kind of... the boss kind of fell and locked and hit the switch again there. So this is the second boss refight, if it wasn't apparent. But basically, I'm using special because he's a lot riskier to fight head-on now. He'll interrupt your combo pretty regularly. So after this fight, I'm hoping to have at least 12 seconds on the timer. I've kind of broken this down. After the first boss refight, you need at least 17 on the timer, and after this boss fight, you want to have at least 12 on the timer, so I'm at 13. So I'm in pretty good shape right here. Now this section, you want to lure the opponents to the edge, and then I've seen some people use a slide attack. Some people just walk the opponents to the edge and then use the flying elbow to knock them down into the ledge. So you want to have at least 8 left on the timer. So I got 9, so I'm doing okay. I'm tapping down and left to make these opponents kind of walk into me and behind me so I can push them to the fire. That firewall, whatever. I don't know what it is. It's like a death trap or something. Alright, so I'm going to be using special 3 times to kill these 2 opponents. And one of the reasons is I need to kill them quickly, and I also want to keep that power-up item all the way to the right. We need to have that at the far right of the screen to have any chance at beating the next screen. So some people use a special to get these guys into the corner there. If you can get them grouped together and just use the flying elbow, that works too. That's unfortunate. If they're separated, you can't really combo them together, so I'm working my best to get them both dead here. Alright, you pick up that special as soon as the flying bosses come down and start going to town on them, and hope that they don't fly away off the plane you're fighting on. See, sometimes they'll just fly up and away, and they won't give you a chance to hit them while you're still in your power-up mode. And that's one of the things you can't really account for. You have to just hope it happens. Got a whopping 1 second left, and we're at the final area now. That was the toughest stretch of the game. And I'm going to be playing it as safe as possible, using just the flying elbow attack again. If you leave one of the whip ladies alive here, while the next fighter comes out, the final boss will not come out. So you can kind of control when the final boss comes out. So he will come out when the second lady is dead. I've seen a couple different strategies for this section of the last boss, but the jumping elbow seems to be the safest. I've seen people do just kind of just stand on top of him and jab, which works, but if you don't move forward with him, sometimes the bullet can clip you. So I'm just using a jumping elbow, then just moving down immediately as soon as it hits. And as soon as he turns into his final form, I'm using a special to get away, so he doesn't buzzsaw me or chainsaw me, whatever he's going to do. So this boss is a relatively easy pattern, but you really can't miss when he comes at you. You've got to make sure to stay on him. If you give him a little bit of space, he's either going to shoot these rockets in the sky, which you're going to have to avoid, or special through them, or he's going to use his buzzsaw again and hit you. And at this point, I can only take a couple hits. All right, so I whiffed there, but I'm doing the special to stay invincible. Very, very basic strategy. Just got to repeat it a bunch of times because he's got a lot of health. See, by whiffing a jab or two there, I gave him a chance to put out his missiles again, and that's always risky. Thankfully, I have health here, so I can use the invincible frames of the special. Another combo or two and he should be done.
Is that it?
Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I was very, very happy to get this clear. In my practice and routing, I was only able to clear this roughly 25 to 35% of the time that I got to that part of the game.
4,000,000,
so I was
900.
I was super happy to get that. And Brian was he's a local player. He's a great player. So kind of just watching behind me. It was cool to have him there. And yeah, that's Silent Dragon. Hopefully this helps anyone looking to clear this game. It's definitely doable. It's annoying because of the timer in the last section, but it is doable. And shout outs to Jeff, who's kind of got me into this game. Jeff and Brian, we all kind of started attacking this game together.
Very happy to get that clear.
Here's my final score, 4,464,000. Once again, this was done at Galloping Ghost Arcade last week, Wednesday. And that would have been, what's the date on that?
Was it like just in the nick of time again, too?
I had 1 second left. Yeah.
July 1st, I want to say, something like that.
Zero. I was slightly ahead of schedule.
How many runs did you have?
Today, I did.
And I will link the reference videos that I was speaking about in the video description. And definitely thank you so much to those players, Yakata_7. I'll link his channel and his video that I found. And Juan Man, their runs were pretty invaluable in finding some techniques to end up clearing this game.
It's super hot in here, yeah.
So definitely challenging. All right, thanks everyone for watching. This is Pete, and I'll see you on the next One Credit Clear.
4,464,900 points on One Credit Clear on Silent Dragon. Whoa. And yeah, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it, man. All right, stop and record.